All right, man. Torture talk. You know what it is, man. Hey, how y'all doing, man? Hope everybody's good. Hope everybody's fine today. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. Hope everybody's good. Hope you and your kids are well. If you don't have no kids, I hope you're doing well. Yeah. So look, man. Today's episode, we're gonna talk about the backlash that Drake is actually getting from people with Nokia. And this is coming from mostly his fans. Now I dropped the episode where his fans, seemingly was on the fence. But this one here is people actually really going in. And my man over here got a lot to say too. So we're gonna get into that. You already know what it is. This is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. If you're new here, let me work for your subscription today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know where to find the ones that just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content absolutely free. But if you want to leave a donation, link is in the description, Cash App. No more PayPal. They call me the hidden gem. I went from 1,300 subscribers over 13, 14, 15, 16,000. And yes, I am the king of the north. Let me know what kingdom you from. So we're going to get right to this, man. You already know what time it is. Torture Talk. Happy y'all here with me today. Thank you. All right, man. Links will be in the description. Let's go.
I didn't wait this long for this. Baby girl, let me see you twirl. Baby girl. No, cause this song and that Padre song has to be a joke.
No, not Drake getting cooked by the ladies.
Baby girl.
Oh my God, Drake, a female actually doesn't like you. Is that possible?
Bro, that's hilarious. Baby girl. I said that on my other reacts, and I said, yo, that part of the song is trash. People gonna trash that joint. You know what I'm saying? Baby girl. That shit is so corny. Oh my God, it's so corny. Oh man.
Nokia is fighting for his life out there against this pedophile shit. Hey, yeah, Elms have a little slap in the tuck.
Yeah. What is Drake doing, y'all? What is Drake doing? No. No. No, what? Is he swimming? Patty cake? Oh no, y'all gotta stop. Nah, Drake's trolling. Drake's trolling. Is this the Drake we came to see? No, this wasn't.
And now, I don't know the history of patty cake. I ain't gonna sit here and say I do. But I could swear that that is a black game. And I know people gonna say, well, what do you mean by that? I don't know where patty cake came from. But I'm gonna look it up. And I think it's a reason why he had the girls doing patty cake. You know what I'm saying? Patty cake, baker's man. Bake me a fake, bake me a cake as fast as you can. I need to look up the history of patty cake now. Where did that come from? But there is a certain part in this video where, actually there's not a part in the video, it's the thumbnail of the music video. I said this in one of my reactions, or one of my reviews. That thumbnail looks like a slave picture, just they have on watches and gold chains on there. But if you look at it, if you take off that stuff and you look at old slave art, that picture looks like that. But yeah, let's keep it going.
A song for you to be the center of attention. I actually thought Drake was going to hit with this one, to be honest with you. Take people back to that old Drake, God's Plan, maybe some Hotline Bling, but instead people are calling it the late night Tubi remix of Kendrick's Not Like Us and the Super Bowl halftime show, because he copies so many visuals and little nuances, like these random little shots from Kendrick's Not Like Us video and the Super Bowl halftime show. It's like he's really trying to be Kendrick still. And the video to me just doesn't seem to match the song, honestly. Or this idea of it being an IMAX, to be honest with you, I don't think anything related to this IMAX thing hit. Like, are we actually going to book tickets to go watch the Drake Nokia video in the IMAX theater? Overall, Drake is just in this whole
That's actually a good one, Drakea. Yeah, Drakea. Yeah, I like that. Drakea. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is. It's no Nokia. This is Drakea. You know what I'm saying? So he did a Freudian slip there, but it was still great.
He's self-centered. He's the cash. He has all the ladies around him and kind of copying Kendrick. And yes, Kendrick had ladies with him in his Super Bowl halftime show, but he was empowered. He was with the women and they were backing him up to perform. But in this case, Drake is like being goofy inside of this circle surrounding women. Like they're all looking at him and he's like trying to perform for them and do this little dance for them. Typical Drake. Right now, it is #1 trending for music. It's only been less than 24 hours. It's 1.7 million views. To me, that doesn't seem like a whole lot for Drake in less than 24 hours, but I don't know the history. Maybe it'll pick up. Time will tell. I do feel like it should have more numbers. First thing I want to talk about was that handshake. I don't want to get to that owl thing at the end. The handshake that we saw, the thumbnail of the video is this handshake. And then if you see right after this IMAX thing, he does like a dab up. That right there is very reminiscent of how Kendrick does the handshake with Dave Free and Not Like Us. Right? So if you look closely here, it's not like a handshake. I don't know what they do. Maybe they
Yeah. That just looked like that part in Drake's video just looks so fake. It looks so manufactured, like for real. It really did. Let's keep it going.
lock fingers. I have no idea. But again, it just doesn't make sense that Drake would do this. Like, what does this even mean for Drake? It does seem another nuance that he's copying from Kendrick. Then we see the next visual of him being inside of this corridor, which seemed very reminiscent of Kendrick's broccoli snippet in the beginning of Not Like Us. He's in the corridor. It's all black and white. He has this tough fit on. Again, very, very similar, just a little more stylized for Drake. A lot of the Drake stands are like, look at this. It's like the snake game inside of Nokia. And he's trying to say that he has all snakes behind him. Ooh. I mean, like, really? Like, come on, y'all. Like, I
said the same thing, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I said the same thing. I was like, yo, the snake's behind him. That means that he's surrounded by snakes, but he's the biggest snake because he's in the middle. I was on fire. I ain't gonna lie. I was on real fire with that one, man. Oh my God.
do better than that. I don't say that the visual is bad necessarily, but again, it just feels like he's copying Kendrick. Then for the t-shirt, he has like a woman on there and you could see from the back and the front of the t-shirt. I couldn't figure out who it is. It kind of looks like Britney Spears to me. Again, I was curious if anyone knows who's on that t-shirt. Just drop it in the comments below. Now for the dancing, we do see a lot of formations being copied from Kendrick. We see the women are, again, all these formations very reminiscent of the Super Bowl halftime show. Over here, we have them in this very specific formation, right? We had the Super Bowl halftime show, the bird's eye view, very specific, very similar. Like, it just seems too much of a coincidence for this to happen. Then we also have Tanisha Scott. She's the choreographer for this song and also for the dance moves in Hotline Bling. Wow, when you put this on silent, like, what is happening? So I believe this is Tanisha Scott, and then she also dances here in this video, and she does the choreography. From what I understand, she is a Toronto native with a Jamaican background. It's like Drake wants to bring his
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I noticed that Drake is trying to do the same thing that Kendrick is doing in every aspect. Now, there's one part in here that I have another video coming up where this guy, he talks about, he tries to say that everybody's reaching, and I want to kind of debunk everything he's saying. But that's on another video. That'll be coming up probably later on today or tomorrow. Y'all see it.
Toronto background onto the scene. I feel like that's another copy of Kendrick, where Kendrick, all about his Compton hometown and everything he represents is Compton. Drake, I feel like he left his Toronto culture in the background years ago, and all of a sudden he's trying to revive all that, which kind of seems another imitation of Kendrick. Then people noted after this weird part of the video that the dancers were playing patty cake. I get it, maybe kind of cute in a way, but maybe not a great look for Drake, who's facing all those public allegations based on Not Like Us beef of the PDF thing, and then showing a game that generally minors play. Again, I feel like, Kendrick alluded to all that when he did the hopscotch. And I feel like Drake's always trying to troll, but to me, just leave it alone. This dance is crazy. My boy's swimming out here. Then we have this basketball player, which this definitely feels a direct shot at Kendrick in a way, or at least DeMar DeRozan. We got no one in the video. We don't have Party Next Door. We don't have the producer. We got this random Shai Alexander, a point guard for Oklahoma City Thunders of the NBA. He's originally from Toronto. The reason why this feels like a shot, we all know we saw DeMar DeRozan in the Not Like Us video.
Like, come on, bro. How you, like, Y'all telling me that this is not a shot, bro? Come on, bro. You got you. Kendrick has a basketball player in his video. You put a basketball player in your video. Let me say that slow for everybody in the back. Kendrick puts a basketball player in a solo camera pan out of footage, whatever you want to call it. A solo pan out camera angle coming out of a basketball player. Drake does the same thing. He has a solo pan out of a basketball player. And y'all telling me that this is not a shot at Kendrick? Come on, bro. Cut it out. Cut it out, bro. Cut it out. I mean, for real. Yeah, it's crazy.
Was originally from Compton, played for the Toronto Raptors. At some point was, I guess Drake thought he was a friend or whatever the relationship they had, but then he appeared in this video. He also came back to play for the Sacramento Kings, so came back to Cali. Kendrick says, I'm glad D-Rose came home. Y'all didn't deserve him either. Drake shows this basketball player. So again, Drake's metaphor doesn't really hit because whereas DeMar DeRozan was from Compton, went to Toronto, came back home, this is someone from Toronto but playing for the NBA, Oklahoma City, right? So even that, like I feel like Drake didn't even get right. A random shot that doesn't even fully work. Another thing I think people may have missed is that this song is being produced by producer Elkin, who's actually from Sierra Leone originally, from West Africa. Here you can see Elkin making the beat. Honestly, really does a good job. The beat is from what I understand, made the beat, put together the whole baby girl and all this kind of stuff, and that really fabulous beat behind the track. He's not even in this video. Like, Drake doesn't even show him. As a matter of fact, he's just being self-centered, showing himself, but even he doesn't get any light. It seems like producer Elkin is fairly new. Now, what's interesting about Elkin is that Lecrae won a Grammy for Best Christian Album in 2024 for the album Church Clothes 4, and the producer was Elkin, who gave him a bunch of beats, and that helped him win the Grammy. Now, Elkin was picked up. I think this is a big moment for him.
Baby girl, let me see you do your dance, let me see you twirl, shaking ass in the.
Like, what I love about Elkin is that it kind of gives off that Drake colonizing vibe again, whereas like, here is Elkin, a producer from West Africa, from Sierra Leone, puts together this fabulous beat, like the whole part of the hook and all that kind of stuff. And then here he is getting basically like no credit. You have to hunt this down to figure this out. He's not even in the music video. I think what he did is the best part of the song. And it really, if you juxtapose that with what Kendrick did with Mustard, right? You could see the complete polar opposite, where Mustard helped Kendrick get one of his biggest songs. Kendrick in return thanked him, said Mustard on the beat in the actual song, brought him out to the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl, something that most producers will never get to see. Here, in the moment where Drake is coming out of the rap battle, and one of his first music videos dropping is a song called Nokia, which is the breakout song of the whole 26-song album.
Yeah, I think that's crazy. but I disagree with that part. I don't like that baby girl part. But anyway, this is what we talking about with Drake, and people been saying this about Drake for a long time. This is the type of person he is. This is what he does. You know what I'm saying? Like, it should be clear here. He is what he is. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. That's all I can say.
Not a lot was really going viral off that song. Maybe Give Me a Hug and that's it. This was it. And in this music video, it was a perfect opportunity to make the music video good, which it wasn't, but bring out this producer, right? Bring out this cultural icon in a way and give him a shout out. And here's, Elkin just dancing to the song, being so happy he was a part of this and not getting much recognition.
Who's calling that sheep?
I'm happy for him because, like, working with Drake, I mean, this is for him probably just a big deal. But the thing that I found ironic was that Elkin produced for Lecrae, and Lecrae was also mentioned in Watch the Party Die, where Kendrick said, I wonder what Lecrae would do. Again, another weird, interesting connection between Drake trying to get at Kendrick in a way. I found this line pretty funny that I never mentioned before, which was Drake talking about his dad pimping. I mean, did he just say, my dad be pimping for real, otherwise known by the law trafficking right now?
Yo, so you say your dad was pimping. So did he pimp your mom, bro? Like, what are we talking about? Like, come on, bro. Like, you got to stop with the goofy stuff. Obviously, yeah, I don't want to disrespect Drake mom. I ain't saying it like that. I'm just saying, like, if you going to say that dad be pimping, bro, like, it just doesn't sound good, bro.
Have you ever been to Memphis, Tennessee, my love? Yo, by the way, my dad's a pimp. But hey, do you want to come to Tennessee to meet him? Like, just the lyrics that he puts together just doesn't make sense. It all just falls apart. One thing I noticed, to me, again, this may be a little bit of a reach, but to me, first of all, I love the formation. I love the dance here. To me, this little formation kind of felt like somewhat of an extension of the stanky leg. I mean, they were just sort of stomping their feet, moving around, but it did feel like some of them were sort of kicking it out a little bit, reminiscent of the stanky leg. Not exactly, but again, we all know that Taylor Swift, we all know what she did, where she actually tried to do the stanky leg in that red mini skirt, but couldn't kind of do it, while Kendrick was up there getting the Grammy for Not Like Us. Maybe a little shot at Taylor Swift. Again, a little bit of a reach, but I do see something there.
Drake might have made this song Nokia to troll Kendrick Lamar's sound. Are you noticing the drum pattern and the guys like, is it Stacy? That weird voice that we don't identify. That's definitely not a Toronto voice. Seems way more influenced by the West Coast.
I almost feel like it's an actual copy. He wants to bring something reminiscent of Kendrick's voice into it. The stylized voice where that person says, is it Stacy? Is it Daniel? Now, we all know Kendrick has that vocal modulation, sometimes that quote unquote alien voice. And this part in the song kind of sounds a lot like Kendrick.
Is it Keisha? Is it Ashley?
Now, we could hear it if...
That's a good observation. I never even thought about that. That's actually pretty interesting that he would say that. That's actually pretty interesting. I like that. Let's keep it going.
Drake would stop speaking over the person. Like, you could hear it. You could hear that Kendrick, that reminiscent Kendrick voice. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments below. But to me, I agree. It sounds like Kendrick's stylized voice that he throws in some of his other songs. We have to say, where is PND? Where's Party Next Door? Where's the producer Elkin? It's all Drake and all these women. It's no shout out to, and it would have been a perfect opportunity to make this thing just, it could have gone so many different ways. It could have been more fun, but instead it's black and white. He has all these ladies dancing around him and he's kind of dancing for them in a way. No bringing out Elkin, no bringing out PND, which is off quote unquote the Party Next Door and Drake album. And no nod to them in any type of way. Again, self-centered narcissism that, I don't know, just doesn't feel right. I feel like this would have been a great opportunity for him to shout out these other people, get the culture more involved, and just make more of an impact. I think it would have raised him up instead. But, again, Drake doing the self-centered stuff.
I 100% agree. I definitely think that. And I said this on a previous video. Him not including Party Next Door on his own damn song, which is it. This was on his album. This is on their album. And I said this before the album came out. If this album is a success, Drake is going to run with it. But you see what type of person he is. This is why nobody wants to deal with this dude. Like, this is crazy. How you have an album with a song, the #1 song, and you in a Party Next Door app, and you don't have him in the video. Which, to me, is crazy. You could have had him in the video, and he could have been doing something with one of the women or whatever, like twirling the girl around or whatever. It's oh my God, bro. It just furthers the point that people say about Drake being a narcissist. It's crazy.
Then we have this part where Drake comes out like in this, I don't know, carnival kind of vibe, which some people say happens in Toronto. And we know something like that happens in New Orleans. One, it would have been a great way to make this colorful. I don't know why it was in black and white. And then he comes out in this basketball jersey, which again says Drake #1. Again, super cringe, right? It just didn't match. Now, I feel like this would have been great if it was at a skating rink and all those things. And thank God he actually has some roller skates involved in this, which is a good look. Finally, something iconic or resembling what we thought it might make sense to. But again, I don't know where they're skating on.
The video is so corny. I have to just say it. It's corny. It's a corny video. Like, I watched it like 4 or 5 times, right? Just so I can say, okay, let me give it a shot. You know what I'm saying? But it's corny. It's so corny. Like, it's so much stuff in the video. It's like when the girl's going like this. Like, it's just corny. It's corny. The skating is corny. The visuals are corny. The him panning out from the basketball player is corny. It's corny. The patty cake is corny. All around corny. It's just corny.
Not even a rink, like they're on this platform. They look like they're about to fall off the platform, and I'm worried about them. Drake, they just didn't involve more metaphors or things that kind of felt like the aura of the song just wasn't there. Then we have this Tanisha Scott, right? As we mentioned, Tanisha Scott dancing, but I caught something kind of strange in this thing, which I don't like, and I don't want to say too much of in the video, but very strange. I believe that's Tanisha Scott dancing, and then he turns around and shows the back of his jacket, and the back of his jacket has a weird domain name on there. So here he is. And again, so Value Football, domain name, Hot Moms. I don't know if this is some kind of corn website. It says coming soon. Coming is spelled in that alternative sexualized way. And I could be wrong. Maybe I don't know what this will be.
Bro, come on, bro. I love this guy, bro. Oh my God. Bro, this is crazy. This is crazy. Coming soon. I can't, bro. I'm done with Drake, bro. I'm done, bro. He's in the same boat as Kanye, bro. So you gotta, bro, come on, bro. Don't tell me this guy got a porn site coming. Oh my God, bro. If he got a porn site coming, yeah, be in for a long ride. I'm trying to tell you, it's gonna be crazy.
Just don't know what else it could be, or at least what he's hinting to. Valley Football, which is kind of reminiscent of a high school varsity jacket in a way, and then you have this weird corn domain. Maybe it isn't, maybe I have no idea, but that's what it feels like when you go visit the site. And so it seems like he promotes gambling, he promotes corn. I have no idea. Now I wanted to get to the owls. People spoke about, you know, we all see in the Kendrick Lamar Not Like Us video, the owl cage, which were people took as representative of OVO, and it's behind bars. And then here's Drake. At the end of this Nokia video, he shows 6 owls and they're high on this, these look like antennas, and what I understand to be cell phone towers. So I guess his way of, I don't know, saying I'm high, I'm overseeing the city. People were like, the owls are free. Go Drake, the owls are free. But ironically,
you know the crazy thing about birds and cell phone towers? If you go to a cell phone tower, you'll see birds dead. I don't know why that is. I have no clue of why. But there be birds dead around cell phone towers. Especially the 5G towers. Yeah, I've seen it. I witnessed it myself. It wasn't like I'm making this up. Now, maybe they hit a power line or something. I don't know. But they definitely be dead around cell phone towers. So I don't know if what he's trying to say here. I have no clue. But let's see what he says.
There is this meme and this satirical comedic TED Talk called Birds Aren't Real. And in that, it's like, it's the Birds Aren't Real is a movement that mocks conspiracy. And it jokes that birds are not birds, but actually government drones, that they were all taken out and they were replaced with surveillance equipment sent high to surveil over US citizens. Ironically, Drake tried to use birds as a symbol of power here, but accidentally he embodied a meme that makes fun of surveillance, control, and blind loyalty. So I thought that was ironic. Like, even when Drake tries to make this metaphor hit home and people are like, look, the owls are free, and there's way more behind it where things just fall apart.
Nokia is fighting for his life out there against this pedophile shit. Hey, yeah, Elms have a little slap in the talk.
That shit doing all right. That shit moving out there.
I like that shit.
He said that's moving, take it back. So here's the thing, right? Like,
Again, I don't have no problem with the Joe Budden podcast. I just call them out on their bullshit. This is exactly what I be talking about. All they care about is numbers with Drake. They don't care about the quality of the music. They didn't even break down his bars or nothing. They just care about because they look at him as the slap guy. That's all they look at him as. They don't care about the actual quality of the music.
the album was 26 songs, right? So for there to be one breakout song, and we still don't know how well it's going to, it's already, I think, off the charts or off the top 10. That's just not enough, right? So I feel like the Drake fans hold on to it, like, take it back. Nokia's fire.
That shit moving out there.
I
Take
like
it
that
back.
shit.
Nigga.
I still like that record.
Take
Y'all
that back.
pansies, but it's working for him.
Nah, it's moving there.
It's working for him. I ain't no hater.
Remember what you said before.
I ain't no hater.
Clean it up.
What I said before?
I don't think you liked it,
I don't like it now.
but it's moving and it can grow.
I mean, that's the thing. I feel like people don't understand is like it or not like it. But we could also criticize the music and say that, listen, it's Drake, it's gonna go, it's decent, but we don't like the song. You know what I mean? And that's okay too. We don't have to like.
That's my point. Everybody feels as though like if I listen, the song is a hit. Okay, we can admit the song is a hit, but it doesn't mean that we have to like it. Like like this is what I'm saying. Like it's crazy.
Fall in love with the song because it's on the charts.
Is it Keisha?
Hey. No, I don't fuck with that song. My joints off that album are Deeper, Give Me a Hug, the Houston shit, Crying in Houston, Rain in Houston, whatever, and Something for Whatever.
But you can.
Something for whatever. Isn't that funny that I think like you can barely remember Drake's song titles, at least off of this last album. GNX, we could all probably mention the hits, right? Squabble Up, TV Off, Reincarnated, Hey Now, Peekaboo, Whacked Out Murals, all distinct. Like
That's another thing that a lot of people don't understand. There are people who literally are not Kendrick fans that can name Kendrick songs. Now, don't get me wrong, not everybody. But the point I'm making is, if you ask them in a room, if you say what's this Kendrick song, I can almost guarantee you that every one of them would know what the name of that song is. But when it comes to Drake, if you ask them what's this song right here, they probably wouldn't know. And the point I'm making is Drake has so much similar music to each other that a lot of times it just sounds like a bunch of beat switches and him talking about something that's similar. It's not like Reincarnated in Hey Now. You know what I'm saying? Two different type of songs.
memorable songs. And then on the 26th song by Drake, it's kind of like Houston thing, the something, something this.
Identify
Those 4 songs, special records.
Those 4 songs that I can't remember the titles to are special.
You can identify when something is doing well. Like, yo, this doing. I can see why it's doing well.
I see why it's moving, but
Got you.
UMG ain't paying for it. So, I mean, that's coming out of somebody else's pocket.
You know, I wondered about this, like Joe Budden trying to say that UMG's not paying. I don't know. Like, in the end, it still says exclusive rights to Republic Records, a division of UMG. I find it hard to believe that UMG's not spending anything on it because it would be under them. But at the same time, they are getting sued by Drake, so it is a conflict of interest. I really don't know, but Joe Budden seems to think that they're not spending anything on it.
It ain't gonna be around long. You gotta pay for songs to stick
I know,
around.
I'm
It don't
with-
matter how many of y'all like it. You have to pay for songs to be around.
Now, that seems to be interesting. And, like, there are some...
I believe that. I believe that UMG also probably has a lot to do with this. I don't believe that UMG has nothing to do with it because it's there. He's still signed to them, so they gotta push something. They're gonna make money. Trust me. That's all they care about. They ain't out here like, nah, we ain't trying to make no money.
Reports that Drake has or hired a promotion team to promote this song Nokia, and I think maybe that's why it's taking off, promoting it on TikTok and getting people just to do any kind of videos. Like, people just getting paid to do any video, any 1-minute clip, any 30-second clip about Nokia, and to boost the song. Those are just reports, allegedly, but I've been hearing talks of it getting promoted a lot on TikTok. But now it's off the top 10, so I don't know how long it's gonna last. Does Drake have the money to keep pumping it up? I really don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, man, that was funny. Make sure y'all go subscribe to his page. I definitely will be linking him in the description. Yeah, but you see what this is, man. Y'all see what this is. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I actually did his video. This was the best breakdown I've seen so far. And I've seen a lot of them. And I only reacted to a couple of them. But this is a good one. He didn't do some things, but I don't think it wasn't as important as what he talked about today. So thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have yourself a good one, man. I'll see y'all. Peace. Bye.